Let's start off with some Facebook. You see, it came out in the news today that Facebook has been banning right-wing extremists. There they are. We've got Alex. So this is Facebook and Instagram because it's all one big incestuous fuck party. Alex Jones, Laura Loomer, Milo Yiannopoulos, Paul Joseph Watson. My word. Paul Neylan and Louis Farrakhan. Now, I'm going to be honest. The only person I'd say is right-wing and an extremist there is Paul Neylan. Neylan, whatever. I don't know. We were talking about this before. I don't know that Louis Farrakhan is a right-wing extremist. I think he's more of a leftist. He's incredibly hateful and racist and divisive and fucking dreadful. And one of the main examples I pull up is, well, if you're going to ban him, why is he there? Yeah, you can't ban Tommy Robinson and fucking leave Louis Farrakhan. That doesn't seem fucking fair at all, does it? But Facebook have banned these guys from Instagram and Facebook for being far-right extremists. Now, Alex Jones, as we know, he's under the hammer right now. Everyone's out to get Alex Jones. He picked a side. He used to be viciously libertarian, didn't he? And viciously like, I don't believe in the system. I don't like any politicians. But he chose Trump, and he hooked himself up to that Trump train and got himself just big enough to be noticed, but not big enough to be untouchable, I guess. Laura Loomer. It doesn't take much to be called a far-right extremist, does it? Milo's not really been doing much. Apparently, Graham tells me he's been dressing up as a lady. But I'm sure they can't ban you for that on Facebook. I'm sure they probably encourage that on Facebook, I would have thought. Paul Joseph Watson, that's such a strange one, because he distanced himself from InfoWars, didn't he? Quite a bit. Apart from doing the odd fucking advert for, like boner pills and shit. Paul Neylan, he is a nailed-on twat. He's dreadful. And Louis Farrakhan's dreadful. But we're seeing more and more of this. People have been reporting, and I don't know the absolute validity of this because I've not seen all their other posts. But the screenshotting things such as, well, they've been banned for just talking positively about Alex Jones or Tommy Robinson. Probably Sargon of Akkad now, I guess, because apparently he's a ferocious Nazi now, according to our media and press. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. Those noodles I had for lunchtime are talking back to me something terrible. They weren't that nice the first time.
I like noodle burps.
No, it was satay.
Ooh.
No, it wasn't good. Don't get the idea I had good quality satay noodles. I really didn't.
Did you suck on those spicy nuts, Hayden, did you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah. No. No, it wasn't. It was from Urban Noodle Company. It was just in a box from the supermarket. It was shit. But I bought them, so I ate them, because I'm a greedy fat bastard. That's what you do. I've never once sat down eating something and thought, I wish I had a pot noodle. But I didn't have a pot noodle, so there we go. See, it seems more and more people are banned now. I've long said I think there's a real problem because there is a bias against conservative commenters. I know there's some more extreme examples like Laura Loomer who really goes out there. I need to reach out to Laura Loomer actually because I've got a contact. We need to try and get her on the show. Paul Joseph Watson, I don't think you could call him a far-right extremist. He's got strong views on Islam and stuff like that, but you've got those momentum people from Labour that seem to have strong ideas about Jews, so they're not getting banned right now. Perhaps it's because they're from the other side. I think Louis Farrakhan, they finally shit-canned him, just that we've got to throw one under the bus here. And when you look through his posts, they are terrible, dude. They're horrific. He really is so full of hate. It's unbelievable. But at the same time, should we be removing people just for opinion? Because none of these people use rampant racial slurs, do they? They don't advocate, well, I don't know about Louis Farrakhan and Paul Neylan, but let's talk about the people that we do know. Paul Joseph Watson, Milo, Laura Loomer and Alex Jones. They don't advocate for the death of people. They're not white supremacists as such. I know some extreme things to some people might have been said, but have they really said anything that would require the sort, because we know once Facebook has banned them, everyone else is going to follow suit at some point. With Twitter coming in last. You know, when Jack's finished doing his tantric meditation and shit like that, they'll catch on and then they'll shit can him at the end. Problems I've had with Alex Jones, I mean, some of the stuff he says is fucking stupid, okay? It really is. However, I can't see a reason to ban him, hence LiveLeak not banning him. Laura Loomer, I can't see anything really that would require them being removed from a platform. Milo, he's been deplatformed everywhere now, hasn't he? Paul Joseph Watson, certainly not. He's very careful how he says things most of the time. I'd say the other two are genuinely hateful pricks, but even then, what are we banning people for? And it does seem there's an anti-conservative bias. So we always look at the most extreme examples, but if someone's just talking positively about Tommy Robinson, should that be a reason to be silenced? I think there's a genuine concern, because where are the Conservatives going to go? They can't just go to Gab, because no matter what Gab claims, it's a predominantly right-leaning environment, so you're just getting one side of things, and that's not healthy. But if you go on Twitter, you're mostly getting the other side of things, with a few extreme examples from the right peppered around. But if you notice the Conservative voice, apart from Drone Tech, Drone Tech's there fighting the fight, isn't he, on Twitter?
Yeah, good man.
By the way, I know we said this on the Tuesday vodcast, but congratulations, Drone Tech. He and his wife have just had their second child, beautiful baby boy. And I was going to go on his show tonight, but the dude, obviously, he's got a brand new baby. He's got way better things to do than hang out with us. But congratulations, guys. Well done. That's marvellous. So, yeah, I can't see a reason, Paul Joseph Watson says things about Islam. So fucking what? Why can't you criticise a religion? Why can't you? We also see it on the internet where legitimate criticism of Israel. I'm not talking about people that start, veering straight off into Rothschilds controlling the world and the Holocaust didn't happen, all that sort of thing, because we know what they are. But just legitimately criticising some of Israel's actions apparently makes you an anti-Semite. Criticising Islam makes you Islamophobic. And it's all getting a bit much now. And of course, what happens is when the big platforms make these moves, a lot of it can be advertiser driven. And that falls down to the rest of us. It just filters down. So all the shit choices they make up at the top just falls on down, and we have to deal with it lower down. And it just doesn't change. Swabo says, don't call Shizlam a religion. I didn't. I called Islam a religion. It is a religion. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Call it whatever you like, dude. I'm just saying what it actually is. Oh, Mark Weil says, actually, it's a death cult. It's a religion. Whatever you describe it as is up to you. That's fine. Sam Shepard says, call me an Islamic phobic. I really don't give a fuck. Misanthropic 01 says, Hayden is a Jew. He is loyal to Israel. Absolutely. 100% loyal, as long as they pay me. The minute they don't, over to Russia again. You know how it goes. If the shekels don't come in, dude, I'm out of here. We have started referring on the shows to Netanyahu as King Netanyahu, because he seems to really trigger people over on the left really badly.
Hail to the king.
Yeah, they just get really, really fucking angry with us, which I enjoy. And I every week I get 3 lectures about Jews, 3 lectures about Muslims. I've had a vegan guy bitching at me endlessly because I did a stream about the legitimization of paedophilia, and we're seeing groups of them on Twitter that say they're non-offending, and I have a problem with that. Strangely enough, I don't like groups of paedophiles. And this guy comes on, why are children more important than animals? Well, you torture animals all the time. Because they're fucking children, you fucking Nimrod. It's what it is. It's the tofu, Graham. All the tofu, it fucks with the brains.
I love tofu.
Plastic shoes.
Proper love it.
How?
When it's all slippery and spicy.
What do you love it? It tastes of nothing.
Not when I do it.
I had a sirloin steak on Saturday, mate. That fucking thick. With some homemade parmentier potatoes. I didn't make them.
I like steak too.
I had beer with it.
Oh, did you?
I had a beer with it. And I tell you something. Anyone that can look at that and go, I'll just have the tofu. I'm so weak and pale, and I smell funny because I emanate it from my pores. Fuck those vegan bastards.
You're such a dog whistling motherfucker, you aren't
Fuck
you?
them.
Every week, every damn week we're sat here on a Thursday, you always say, I like beer. Every week. So they all know. They all know.
No one ever sends me any.
No, it's because you love the rape. That's what you're trying to tell him.
Oh, that's because you confuse getting people drunk with raping them. I just drink have a pint for myself with my dinner. It's a different thing, dude. I don't use it as a dating tool. I'm sorry. I'm not judging you.